that in the house. I don't know, hope it's all doing well. So we have the Q&A. So there's Twitter questions and then there's YouTube questions. So just bear with me. I try and get around as quick as I can. Again, apologies. Some might take a bit long to explain than others, and I really do need a haircut. So Ty Cunningham asked, what did you make of Dundalk FC last night? So Dundalk FC, have done extremely well. They've got into the Europa League and they've done extremely well. They've done very, very well. They won 3-1 the other night. I watched a bit of it, didn't I? I might say I didn't watch it all. Watched the last about 20 minutes, 10 minutes of it. Very good, I have to say. They done very good. From what I could see, they're a great bunch of lads. They did their best, they played their best, and it shows they did their best, and I wish them all the best. But I think they done very well. I think they pushed themselves to the limit, and I think they succeeded. So obviously fair play to them, and I wish them all the best. The Rebel asks, any thoughts on the demolition of the old Whitey house in Dublin? So, I already said many things about it already. First of all, it's a shame. It's really, and that's the word I use, it's a shame that we live in this country now that it is acceptable that people will go around demolishing houses with historical value to this country. It is a shame because back years ago, at least in this country, at least there would have been some kind of dignity put towards, people who sacrificed their life for the country. They would have had some dignity years ago. Not much pushback from the media or anything like that to try and bring these people to justice. A few TDs mentioned it, but again, there wasn't much. You think there'd be a huge uproar because I'm in uproar over it. The last news I heard from Dublin City Council, because I am pressuring them. I'm putting a huge pressure on them. I message them every day. I'm putting almighty pressure on them. Same with county councils in that area. I'm messaging them, keep messaging them. To put pressure, they give me, make sure that I put as much pressure as I can on them to do something. So at least they might, again, what I'm hearing is they will take legal action. But again, as I said, and I really said it off to, can't remember, but I said it was Fine Gael County Council anyway. I said off that they should get prison. So it was that these people should get prison. If they had any decency, Fine Gael, they'll just fire them into a prison, leave them in a prison. So it was that, let them work in the prisons. Because these people, had no morals or had no decency. To do it at 6:30 in the morning, to be very scummy. And as simple as that, these people don't deserve any. These people don't deserve any leeway. When they deserve the full. Whatever comes to them, because as simple as that, it should be very, very harsh, and as simple as that. Again, you often don't hear me saying that the law should be just, absolutely put on them like no tomorrow. But again, in this situation, because this man's not here to defend himself. Again, it's up to the Irish people to live and keep his memory alive. That house, unfortunately, was a symbol of him. And unfortunately now it's gone. Hopefully, I messaged Dublin City Council. Again, I'm sorry this is taking a few minutes. But hopefully, I even asked, I might even message the Lord Mayor of Dublin. I don't know what might be said, but hopefully, I might convince them. Maybe they might. Again, I might talk to the local GEA in that area. Hopefully they might put up a park. That's what I hope they would do if they wanted to make white. I put up a Moria Park, a nice fountain, nice peaceful Moria Park with benches and everything like that to remember that man, to remember his sacrifice. I think that would be the honourable thing, the most respectful thing, and the most humble thing to do. Is to show him the much respect as we can. For all he sacrificed. And, again, sorry this took me a long time. But the General said 105 asks, how much tons of rubbish did you collect last year off the roads? It was a lot. Let's just take this for example. Let's just take tyres for example. I don't know how many tyres we picked up last year. It was a huge amount of tyres. This year was obviously a lot more worse than last year with tyres. This year alone, believe it or not, we have 300 tyres picked up. This year. As you know, the other day we picked up 25 tyres. Yesterday I picked up 2 tyres. Again, you find loads of tyres. There's a tyre pandemic. If you add the tyres and then you add your only bags of rubbish, they do weigh a huge ton. If you add all the bags together, because you find that some things heavier than others. But I say it's a lot. Really, I have to say it's a lot because there's a lot of stuff we have picked up last year. God knows how much tonnage. But it has been a lot. So yeah, take you there the Twitter questions. I just have to go and find the YouTube questions now. So just bear with me. Sometimes my phone's a bit slow, like myself. I often say. So where are we here? So Gasman on YouTube asks, what do you think of frats? So that's kind of a very open statement, I suppose. So what do you think of frats at the moment of time? Again, I think of the first thing that comes to my head really of frats is very expensive carpentry. Straight away like we're not going to frats, it's too expensive. But yeah, it is very, very expensive. Frats is very expensive. There's not really much I really think of frats. I might as well say straight. I'm not really it's supposed to think of the French language. Again, frats. And there's not really much really. I don't really think of much when I think of frats. That's really all I think of. I might as well say straight. I think there was another question. I'm just sorry, I'm a bit unorganized because everything's everywhere. So Fiona or Much asks, will you do a video on Donald Trump and the virus? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So yeah, just to say when I'm here, because I'm not gonna make a separate video on it. But yeah, it's unfortunate Donald Trump has the virus, COVID-19, and his wife. Obviously, we send our best wishes to them. As far as I know, he's doing very well. He's doing pretty well, in other words. Hopefully he will, continue to get better. Over the next few days and the next week or two. And obviously we wish them all the best, and I hope for a speedy recovery. The same with everybody who has COVID. I hope for a speedy recovery, as fast as possible. So, please God, everything will go grand. I don't think there's anything else. So yeah, I think that's all the questions. So yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. Sorry again, it took a few minutes, especially with the old Whitey house. I kind of had to talk because there's a good lot of things I am doing in the background. In trying to put a bit of pressure on Dublin City Council to do something about it. Because again, as I said, if you do follow me on Twitter, Paratobin, our newer leader, I was talking to the dog about it. I retweeted it. And more or less what he said, the government are not really going to do anything. And I understand what he says, and I really will sympathise with him because he's really telling the truth. At the end of the day, no government minister going to go out of their way to try and make these people suffer for what they've done and their crimes. I guess the people, and I guess this history, and this man that sort of sacrificed everything for his country. And for us to just roll over and say, oh, it's acceptable. Because I've seen 3 or 4 people on Twitter saying it's only a house. Again, he sacrificed everything. Simple as that. He died in the 1916 rising. He sacrificed everything. That house was used for, loads of meetings between the Irish volunteers. And now it's lying in rubber. And God knows what they've done with the rubber. There could have been a huge amount of artifacts in there belonging to him. But they don't care nowadays. This government we have, this tyrannical government. But hopefully, please God, nothing like this will ever happen to any old building again. Please God, it never will. So hopefully, please God, might learn the lesson, and maybe God might teach these people a lesson. For the crimes. Anyway, God bless everybody. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more. I'm back.